Hello, welcome back to my channel. So glad that you are here today. I so appreciate you coming to watch my videos. So today I'm going to show you a wig that I purchased with my own funds. So I bought this wig from Paula and I actually bought two, and my plan was I was going to show you guys two wigs, and I'll explain that in the video why I don't have the second wig. I did share it on my community page. You may have seen it, and because I want to kind of share my experience with purchasing from them as well. I have purchased from them in the past and had no issues. This time I had a small little snafu. So this is Sheer Mystic. And the color on this one, I believe, is one of their newer colors, which is called Java Swirl, which is 922-101 S8. Really, really pretty, multi-dimensional color. So we will get into talking about her in just a minute. Okay, let's take a look at Sheer Mystic. I'll do a turn so you can see her waves. Really, really pretty. Okay, so let me tell you the story of why I purchased this wig and why I purchased the other one as well, but I had to return the other one. So someone reached out to me on Instagram and wanted to see this wig and wanted to know if I thought it would be a dupe for some more expensive brands, say like, you know, maybe a Gabor or something like that. Gabor is the closest brand that I can think of that has a similar cap construction to this one, and I'll get into that and kind of get into the similarities in just a minute. So I took a look at the wig and I was like, you know, that is pretty darn cute. You know, just a really cute little wavy bob. And I definitely think, you know, it's a really nice little wig. I just want you to understand why it sits at the price point it does versus some more expensive brands. So, okay, let me tell you what happened, why I don't have both of them. I wanted to show you this one, and then I saw one on there called Sheer Elite, which I'll put a picture in here of. So that was Sheer Elite. And so I ordered this one and Sheer Elite. And unfortunately, when I got the Sheer Elite, there was another Sheer Mystic in another color. What was the color? I had it written down. In Golden Lights, which is SF61314. And I was like, I don't think I ordered a blonde, you know, so I was all confused, and I thought I ordered a straight wig. You know how you do when you order wigs and you're like, what did I order? So I opened the box and I picked the wig up and I saw the tag and I was like, oh no, this is another Sheer Mystic. And then I look at the box and the box says Sheer Elite. So something happened, you know, a little quality control issue. I don't know if it was returned in the wrong box or something. I have no earthly idea. The wig looked to be in perfectly good shape, although I didn't mess with it because I was like, I don't want two Sheer Mystics. I want a Sheer Mystic and a Sheer Elite, you know, so I wanted to get my money back for the one that I didn't order, obviously. So when I called them, so you have to call if you're gonna, well, you don't have to call. If you're gonna do a return, they have a paper that comes with the wig, and it's, I don't know, to me it's a little old-fashioned, but it's good in some ways because, like, for somebody like my mom's age, that's how she's used to doing returns, so that would work out great for her. I'm just used to doing everything online, so for me, it seemed a little antiquated. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest, you know, but I'm not saying it's a bad way to do returns. I'm just saying that it was just not what I'm not used to filling that form out anymore. Reason for return, code 54. You know, I'm not used to doing it that way anymore. Like, we used to have to return everything that way, and now you just zip in online, do your return, they send you the label or whatever, you return the thing. So they don't do it that way. It comes with a little label, and you're gonna put that label on the package. You're gonna fill out that, you know, return code thing, send it back. Make sure that you read, they have the return policy listed there and everything. So make sure that you read all of that. Okay, so continuing on with that story. So the thing that I was disappointed with was when I called their customer service, it was just kind of strange. At first, I was like, am I talking to a human or an AI or a robot? You know, is this just a recorded thing? That's just because I told her what the problem was, and it seemed like I was talking to a human. And then I told her, and then she didn't say anything like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you, or, oh, that's no problem, you can return that wig. She just immediately went into this rote thing that's on the computer. Okay, you have, if it has been under 30 days, you can return this wig. There is a label in your box. It costs $9.95 to return this wig. But you know, she's just going through this rote thing. And I stopped her and that was when I realized it was definitely a real person. I stopped her and I said, whoa, 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 excuse me. I said, I'm not going to pay the $9.95 for the return shipping when you guys sent me the wrong wig, right? So she just, again, no emotion, no sympathy, no, just not really being human. I hate to talk about that. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm just telling you what my experience was, because she was very curt and just very stuck to the script and just like, I'm so sorry, let me help you. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm talking to a human, like, just, can you be a human? I don't know. Maybe I'm just wanting too much. I don't know. But anyway, I just want you to know what my experience was, okay? So then she said, ma'am, when I told her, asked about the night, she goes, ma'am, I'll get to that in just a moment. And so then she continues, blah, 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 blah. I could just tell she's just reading this computer screen. So she said, when you return the wig, if it is in good condition, if there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, I didn't even wear it, so it's going to be in good condition. I didn't even touch it. I mean, I lifted it up, read the tag, it's fine. Whatever was done to the wig prior to me having it, I don't want to be responsible for. So then she said, we will, of course, because it was our mistake, of course, we will reimburse you your $9.95 for the shipping. But it was just weird. I'm sorry. It was just weird. So I said, then I was like, I just want to clarify, I don't want to be charged for this shipping. I'm going to make a note of this, that you're telling me that I'm not going to be charged for it, because I should not be charged for the shipping. And so I have sent it back like a week ago. I haven't heard a word yet. And I have not gotten my money back yet. So I guess I'll update y'all maybe, to let you know when I do get my money back, if I got all the money back or whatever. But so I'm still kind of concerned, because she was just so, like, I don't know. I just found it rude. You guys let me know in the comments. Am I out of line? I just was like, can you just be human for a second? I don't know. Okay, so on with the wig. Okay, so why is this wig less expensive than a hand-tied wig would be from another company? I'm going to start showing you. So the nice thing about this particular, these are in their Elite Cap, I believe, a couture, what is it? Like Elite Couture or something like that line. And so they do have an extended lace front. So that's nice. You can see, they did put the lighter hairs here, so the knots don't look bad. I think it looks, nice like any other lace front would. The thing about this particular lace front is it only goes to here. So when I have seen this type of a cap construction with Gabor, I have seen the lace front go back to about here. So you're getting a little more lace, which is why that Gabor wig would cost a little more than this one does, okay? Because any additional lace, that kind of thing, is gonna tick, tick, tick that price point up, okay? So then we get to, when we get past this lace front, which like I said is going to about here, then we get into the hand-tied portion. So this is not a mono top, it is a cluster knotted hand-tied top. So you're going to, particularly with this one having an 8 root, you're going to be able to see those knots are going to be more visible than they would be on a lace part or monofilament part or, mono top. And it's easier for you to see if I change the part. Now you should have, since it's a hand-tied top with a lace front, you can change your, part around. However, I found when I moved the part that I had wider spaces and I could see those knots more. So I'm just kind of liking where it came parted, I just opened the zigzag, because I don't want to expose more of that, because those cluster knots definitely are not as realistic. So what do you do about that? So what I would do is this one, the zigzag part didn't 100% want to open anyway. So leave a little fluff up here. Don't try to get the smashed part look. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have the smashed part look, you're going to see more of those knots. Also, if you do want to have a more defined part, do a lighter color than this one. You know, a blonde one is going to have lighter knots, lighter colored knots. There's still going to be cluster knots. There's still going to be, you know, those bigger knots, but they won't be as obvious as, you know, this darker rooted color. So those are just some tips for, you know, making this less expensive wig work and kind of feel like if you buy more expensive brands, what a more expensive brand might feel like. So let me show you the ear tabs. I've got good coverage of the ear tabs. The cap is super, super comfortable. I'm petite and it's fitting my head really, really nicely. Although there's a couple of little stretchy panels back here. So you can see there's some stretch. And then we go into just closed wefting, which doesn't stretch quite as much. And then there's definitely stretch in the circumference. So, you know, this should easily accommodate average, and I would think average plus. I'm not sure. Those of you who have experience with this particular cap with this brand, you can share if you've tried them and you have a larger head size, you know, how this wefted cap is fitting for you. So, you know, those are just the differences that you see. This is why the price point is able to stay down, and that's not a bad thing. So the measurements for Sheer Mystic are 8.25 inches here in the front. They give a lot of measurements, by the way. 11 inches from the crown. The back has a 9.75 inch measurement. The top has an 11, I'm assuming that's up here. Sides, 6.5 inch. And then our nape is 4.25 inches. And it's curled up so it doesn't look, you know, as long. And then weight-wise, she is 3.4 ounces. I'll show you those knots up close, just on my finger. So you can see where, you know, it's larger knots. But, you know, they call it a hand-tied top. They're not trying to tell you it's a mono top or anything like that. So they're being completely honest about what their product is. So that's good. I like full disclosure when I'm shopping, you know. Okay, so here is that extended lace front, and you can see it's not very wide, but it is nice that it gives you that lace front hairline, and it does extend down onto the ear tab, so it gives you that true temple to temple coverage with a lace front. Then we've got soft ear tabs, and there's a metal stay in there to adjust that up against your face, which is nice. So this is your hand-tied area here. Oh, hand-tied top too. Let me show you the top. I'm skipping the top. So there's your hand-tied top. So again, you can see that those knots are bigger knots. There's more than, when I say cluster knotted, there's more than one hair in those knots. So, and that's another way that they keep that price point down. So that whole top area is hand-tied. And then there are some stretchy panels here. That's where I was showing you that there was some stretch in the cap. That's on both sides. And then we go into closed wefting. So let me just show you the difference. I have my Ellen Villa Esprit. So similar cap, except it has monofilament. You know, it has a mono part and a lace front. So you see that Esprit has a larger hand-tied area in the back and then some closed wefting. So just so you can kind of see, you know, the difference. So again, you're going more into, you know, machine made here with those closed wefted areas. That again is going to keep the price point down. Nothing wrong with it. It still looks hand-tied, you know, on the scalp and everything. So then the Velcro adjusters are enclosed in the cap, which is nice. That's very, very comfortable. And then the nape is extended. No. Oh, yes, metal stays in the nape. I was thinking I had felt metal stays in the nape. So that's kind of nice. You can really, you know, push your nape down there. So, okay, and one more thing about the cap. I don't know if I had mentioned in this video, but this is regular synthetic fiber. So, okay, so let's start taking a look at Java Swirl. So there was no description of the color on the website. This is another place I would like to see them improve. Some of the colors have a description and then others don't. So that's kind of a bummer. It'd be nice to have a description, but there wasn't. But there are the number codes. So we have the 9, the 22, the 101, and the S8. So that's shaded with the 8, which means it has an 8 root. So, you know, 8 and 9 aren't too far off. So you got a 9 base, and then you've got quite a bit of the 22, and the 101 is this really light blonde, white blonde that you're seeing. So really, really pretty. I think it's pretty. I think it has a lot of dimension. And it looks pretty with these waves. You know, this is a cute little bob, I have to say. I like the way the front swoops. So here we are in natural light coming through the window. So you can see all that dimension with those colors, the 9, the 22, and the 101. There's that shading on the root, that 8. So again, that's dark for an 8. Show you what those knots look like in this lighting too. The lace. So here we are under my patio light. Show you the lace, and then try to show you the part. I don't know if you'll be able to see that well. Here's all the dimension with these colors. Step into the sun. Okay, so I turned the ring light off also just because I know it kind of shines, reflects off the color so that you can see it in the studio light without the ring light. So really, really pretty. I like everything that's got going on. Really, really cute. Okay, so, and by the way, no permatease in this wig. So you can tuck her behind the ear. You just have to kind of, you know, smush down that wave a little bit. But glasses are no problem. You know, the ear tabs are nice and thin. The cap is low density. You know, really, really easy for your glasses, for styling, for tucking behind the ears. The only thing about tucking is, you know, just that it's a wavy wig, and those waves, of course, get in the way a little bit. So, but to have that lace front is a nice little added feature. And they're not, you know, they're really, for a hand-tied wig with a lace front, this is extremely affordable. So that's why I wanted to review it. I told you guys I was going to review some, you know, less expensive pieces. And if in the future I get the chance to review sheer elite, you know, I would like to try that one. I just want to straighten out this mess before, I kind of wanted to straighten out the mess before I took on, you know, another wig. So I will leave a link in the description box so that you can find this wig on their site. This is a completely unsponsored video. You know, I purchased the wig with my own funds, but just as a courtesy, I'll leave a link for you all. So thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, don't forget, you're absolutely beautiful. Bye-bye.